Okay, I'll show one more version of this state synchronization with a double value. The main reason that we'll use double value is that we want to have a kind of time for the room, which can become quite large. So let's look here. So we have a double model, and if it is not compiled yet, then you have to kind of press compile here. If we look at the script, it's essentially really the same, only that it has a double instead of a float. And we'll use this here in a slightly different way. Here for a synced countdown. So what we want to have later for the escape room is that we have a time value which is in sync between these between different clients. So we'll have a starting time and some time value which we can use locally, some extra game events and so. And the main part here is that well, if there is no model there yet, or we haven't set really the starting time, then we'll keep the runtime value at the starting time. So for example, 300 seconds at the moment. And once the timer actually starts, we'll get here this value from the real time, from the non-core global room time, and we subtract then here the model value, which is the time when we start the timer. So it's the difference between those and then minus the total time, and this goes then into the runtime value. And once your time runs out, and then here we are raising one event. And here the other one is that we have a set activation time, which then sets the current global time to the model time. So we freeze here, and this will act as a starting point for this difference here. Let's actually add here also a button, so it is easier to handle later on. So let's also add here the naughty attributes. Okay, so for the sync countdown, maybe we add this component here to the multiplayer. So sync countdown, we can give it here the remaining time float variable and some kind of death event. And we also have here the button for setting the activation time. Now we need some way to display this, so let's use here the canvas. So we have here TextMesh Pro, let's say, and take the display time script, which we set up last time. We'll put here the remaining time in here, and this will automatically write this here into the new text. And we can just scale this up quickly. And okay, so let's see whether this works. Okay, now I compiled for the Quest and also run a second client here in the editor, and we can go here into Excel Multiplayer and, well, essentially start the activation time, and the time runs now, and I can also see exactly the same time in the Quest.